Boo! Hey guys, it's Amanda. I hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to pop on here and show you really quick how to make a cool pop-up card or another little treat for your mom for Mother's Day. So we are going to talk about an artist because you guys know I love art and I love to talk to you about it. This artist is really cool. His name is Robert Sabuda. And he is from the United States, and he does an awesome job making pop-up books. Who doesn't love a good pop-up book? I love it when you open the pages and something just pops off, and it's so exciting. So here is Mr. Robert. Here's a picture of him with all of his awesome creations that he has made. And I want to show you a couple of examples of them. This is one called Alice in Wonderland. When you open the pages, this big string of cards comes across. It's so amazing. I've seen this book in person, and it just pops right off the page, and is so 3D. Actually, Robert Sabuda is considered a paper engineer. What is an engineer? An engineer is someone that builds or designs something. So he works with paper in designing something that moves and that pops out at you. Here's another one. If you guys know The Wizard of Oz, ooh, my iPad just went out on me. If you guys know The Wizard of Oz, he did this awesome version of the Emerald City, and it even has these great green glasses that you can look and all of the emerald parts shine. You see the glasses down there? So, if you ever get your chance to get your hands on a Robert Sabuda book, I highly recommend that you do. The images just pop literally right off the page. He has one on dinosaurs, Beauty and the Beast, The Wizard of Oz, all kinds of cool things. He's even got one about the 12 days of Christmas, and the paper, the way it just comes together and engineers is phenomenal. It is awesome. So what does that have to do with you? Well, Sunday is an awesome holiday. Sunday is Mother's Day. Now, I know that not all of you may live with your mom, or maybe you have a grandma or an auntie or someone in your life that takes care of you like a mom. So, we are going to make a card for that special someone. We're also going to make a flower out of some simple materials that I think you might have at home. An example of that would be construction paper in multiple colors, some pipe cleaners. Okay, if you don't have pipe cleaners, but you have a straw or, a pencil, some type of something that can hold firm, it has a little bit of wire in it or some structure. You'll need multiple colors of construction paper. You'll need some glue from a glue stick and some crayons and possibly a pencil. So what we're going to do before we get started is we're going to pick a base color for our card. So I'm going to make my pop-up card be blue. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half, okay? Just so it makes a nice even two sides that I can open just like that. Now, so I have a base of my card, and maybe I want to decorate the outside of it with my pen or my pencil, and I just want to write Happy Mother's Day, or you can decorate it however you want. I'm just going to write Happy Mother's Day on mine just to keep it simple, but we're going to do some designing to it. So I might put that on the outside. That's really hard to see, so you might want to pick a better color contrast. Then I'm going to take some pink paper, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold 4 sheets in half, just like this, okay? I'm going to fold them in half, and then I'm going to take my scissors, and I am going to cut a heart shape. If you don't know how to make a heart shape, let me show you. You take your pencil and you can draw a teardrop, part of a teardrop, just like that, and then you can cut it. When you cut it out, and you have to cut it where the fold is right here, okay? So we kind of did some of this last week when we were doing our circles, but when I open them up, it is a heart. So I've already made some of these. I have 4 of them, and they're larger. So I want you to make a large heart. Then we're going to take our heart, and we are going to glue it to the center of our piece of paper here. Okay, so we take our glue, put some glue down, just like that. Now remember, if you're using wet glue, dot dot stingy pot, don't be a squirt. You don't want to put a ton of glue down because it'll make a mess. I just got some glue. You can see it's kind of shiny. I'm going to lay it down in the center of my card so that it looks like that. Okay, so when I fold it, what's going to happen is that heart is going to stay on the edges of the paper. Okay, so I'm going to press it down. You might want to rub it a little bit if you're using the stick glue like I am. Make sure all the edges are flat, totally flat. Okay, so it should look like that when I open it. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take this same heart, I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to stick it in the center. I'm only going to glue the center. And then I'm going to fold my edges of my heart up just a little bit like this. Okay? So that they will automatically kind of pop out. When I open my card, they're going to start to pop out. Do you see how that's happening? Now, I've got another heart I'm going to take. Oh, that's not the right one. Here's my other one. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to do the same thing. Glue on the edge of the fold. Stick it down right in here in the center. Okay, and this one I'm barely going to press at all. Okay, so I'm not going to press it super hard, and I'm going to fold it up just a little bit so it pops out even more. So I'm folding the edges. So when I open my card, here's what happens. Are you ready? I open my card and out pops my heart. And I can make it say, I love you. Look at that. That is so cool. Let's fluff this edges. It's not sticking exactly how I want to yet, but it's not dry either. So check that out. Okay, do you see how it pops right out at mom or grandma or auntie or whoever we're making it for? So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other colored paper, and I might have some, if you have some cool scrap paper around, like I have some scrapbooking paper, this works really cool too. I did the same thing. I cut out a small heart, and I'm just going to glue these down around so that my mom or whoever I'm making this card for can feel all the love I have for her when she opens up this pop-up card. Okay, so these hearts I'm making are smaller. Remember, we cut our teardrop shape. It leaves a little heart, okay? And then when we open up this heart, we have a little heart, and we can glue it down. And I'm going to show you what I've got so far, guys. I'm excited about this. So I've got a couple little hearts going around here like that, but I have my big 3D heart in the middle, which is so cool. Okay, and now I can have fun and take markers or crayons. I can decorate, and I can tell her how much I love her and all the things she does for me and how awesome she is. Okay, you can write all that, but don't forget to sign your name. Now, that's not all I'm going to show you today. That's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is you can actually make a bouquet of flowers out of paper. How cool is that? So what we're going to do is we're going to take whatever color you want. I'm going to do, let's see, how about a light purple? A light purple paper. And I'm going to take my hands, okay? And you guys know how to trace your hand, right? I'm going to lay my hand down on the paper, and I'm going to trace it. Tracing, super simple. It doesn't have to be perfect, so don't get frustrated with it. It's not got to be, it's just got to be a hand, okay? So that's what I've got. I'm going to take my hand, and I'm going to cut it out. Now, for you wee little ones, this part might be really hard for you. So if you have an older brother or sister, or mom or dad or somebody who can help you cut, you can have someone help you cut it if you are having a hard time with it. For you older kids, though, you can cut. Now, a secret to cutting out something big like that, I go around. But if you can't do that, that's okay. If you come up the edge and cut off the big pieces of paper, then see how I cut off the edge there? Now I can come back in and cut smaller and smaller. It might take me a little bit longer, but I'll get there, okay? So I've got my hand cut out. Now, I had already cut a hand out of blue. So now I have two. I have a light purple and a light blue. Now, we're going to need our pipe cleaner for this. And we're going to need a little bit of yellow construction paper. So my yellow construction paper, I need to cut into a strip. So your strip needs to be about like this. It needs to be probably at least 2 inches long and maybe 3 to 4 inches across, okay? So actually, about 2 inches high and 3 to 4 across, like that. You're going to take that and you're just going to cut, not all the way. See how I'm cutting? But I don't cut all the way to the end, because if I cut all the way to the end, it's going to just cut all my paper up. So I'm cutting these cool little strips. See how my paper can come apart? Cutting cool little strips into my paper, but not cutting it all the way. That's really important. Doing art with paper is fun. I know for me it's not as fun as like painting or all those other things, but it's a really quick, easy way to make something. A lot of people think that, you know, you gotta go and you gotta buy all these things, but I'm a mom and I love it when my kids make me something. So this is why we're doing this week. And we're also learning how to paper engineer just like Robert Sabuda, which is a really cool way to make art. Now, I had a little yellow strip and it just blew away. So, oh, nope, there it is. Yay. All right. So I have two because I have two flowers. I'm going to show you two ways to do this. Okay. So you're going to need your pipe cleaner and you are going to need your yellow strip that we just made. And what we are going to do is you can take your glue and put it on the bottom of your strip, not the parts, not these little bendy parts, okay? On the strong, sturdy part, take your glue, put it on the bottom, and very tightly roll that around, okay? Roll it around, roll it around, roll it around. Uh-oh. Keep rolling it, keep it tight. How you doing? You hanging in there? We almost got it. Almost got it. Oh. Alright, so right now it looks kind of, oh, I just totally pulled it off. And that's okay if that happens, because it's a pipe cleaner. We can shove it right back in there. Okay, so I am going to use a little bit of tape to reinforce my glue right now, because my glue will not dry. You can also do this with tape if you don't have glue, so that's no problem. Okay, and remember, if you don't have a pipe cleaner, you can use a straw for this. You can use all kinds of different things. Now, you want to take a pencil, and see how I've got this cool end here? I'm going to take these little guys, and I am going to roll them around my pencil some. This is kind of like using a curling iron with paper. So I am curling my paper. Now, if you have a super skinny, toothpick or a dowel, or maybe you just have a super skinny little piece of wood, you can use it and roll it down, okay? Just roll it down, and all it does is make it have some shape to it. So I'm going to get all of those rolled, just like that, and just like that. Oh yeah, this is going to be so awesome. Okay, now look, it's starting to look like the center of a flower, right? Okay, so now I'm going to take my hand shape, and my hand shape is much bigger than yours will be, so yours will look much better than mine. But I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some glue along the bottom, but I'm also going to use some tape just to reinforce and to hold it. You can use just tape. You could use tape and glue. That's up to you, okay? So I'm going to take my hand shape, and I am going to roll it around. This would work much better with the smaller hands. But my smaller hands are outside right now. I have kids and they are outside. Okay, so we've got this shape here, like this, but it's pretty closed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up some. Okay, I'm going to tape the outside, just so it stays while my glue is drying. Okay, and then I'm going to open it up. And as I'm opening, I'm also going to curl these fingers so it opens up and it equals a really cool flower. Like I said though, your fingers won't be as long as mine because you have young hands. So we're going to roll, curl with the pencil, the fingers down. So what that does is open up your flower. Curl with the pencil. I'm going to roll it down as far as you can. Oh, as far as you can. Look at how good that curl came out. Alright, so now we're going to do it again. Roll it down. Just like that. Okay, look at this flower. It is so cute. Now, the cool thing about this is you can make a bunch of these, and I'm going to show you how to turn them into a bouquet. Okay, so now I've got this really pretty flower for my mom that is made out of paper. Isn't that cool? And my hand. Moms love to see the size of our hands. Okay, I know I do. Alright. Now, I'm going to make one more for you guys so I can show you how to make a bouquet and so you can see it again. Okay? So, we're going to take our pipe cleaner with our little yellow thing and we're going to roll it around. Keep it tight. Roll, roll, roll. This rolling part is probably one of the hardest because your fingers, it might work better for you guys because you have smaller hands, but mine don't like to go around and around and around. You can also make this smaller. I think that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm just going to end it there because it's kind of big. I'm going to put a little piece of tape around it so it holds it in. Then I'm going to curl these, remember? Curl these out a little bit. Curling, curling, curling. Oh yeah, good job. Alright. So I've got some nice different levels and layers and textures. I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to apply glue on the bottom really good. Now I'm going to go around the base of my flower with my hand. Okay, keep it tight when I roll it. This one doesn't like to bend as much because it's cardstock, so construction paper will work much better for this because it's more flexible. Okay, now I've got my flower and I'm going to start curling down my fingers just like that. And look at that one. Wow, how cool was that? All right. Curling it down. This one's kind of looking like a lily. Okay, like that. Oh yeah, I love this one. Whoop. Check that out, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, so I'm going to tape that in place. Did you see my yellow part growing? I am going to scoot it up just a little bit. What do you think? Like that? We'll tape that right there so that it doesn't keep growing. Now I have two flowers, okay? So maybe I want to make a little bouquet for my mom. So I can take another sheet of construction paper. Brown would probably work best for this, but I don't think, oh, wait. I do have a brown. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to take this brown. I'm going to lay my flowers across it like that. And I'm going to pretend like I'm at like the store and I'm just rolling them up in it. So I'm just rolling the end like that, and then I roll the other end around it like that. Now this will work best if you have more than 2 flowers, but for time, I am just going to show you 2. Okay, and then put my flowers in. I'm going to tape this. Here, I'll take my flowers out for a minute. I'm going to tape this like this. Then I could take stickers or ribbon, if I had some ribbon, and I can decorate this, but I can also stick my flower bouquet into my container. Okay, there's 1. There's 2, and ideally I would like 3 to be in here, because 3 is a great number for art projects. But look at that, guys. You have made your mom a bouquet of flowers. How cool is that? Out of paper. How awesome is that? So today, remember, we made our flowers. And I'll show them to you. Pulled out with just paper and pipe cleaners. Look at that. How cool. And our handprints. And moms always love to see the size of our hands. We've also made a pop-up card. Remember? So our heart just pops right out for mom to see. And we learned about a really cool paper engineer artist named Robert Sabuda. What a great day. I cannot wait to see you next week. And if you do make one of these, I'd love to see your pictures below. So make sure that you post your pictures below in the comments of the projects you've done. And I can't wait to see you next week. Bye-bye.